Hey everyone, happy Mama Monday. It's Katie with Katie's Corner. So excited that we are continuing this mama mode, and I just love sharing memories, sharing my journey with all of you. And what I wanted to talk about here today is something, truly pretty vulnerable and completely honest with you all, and I would love to hear if you guys were ever in my shoes during what I'm going to be talking about here, or if if you currently are in these shoes, because it's such a normal struggle point. And what I'm going to be talking about is breastfeeding and nursing for our little ones. Um, it's hard and it's exhausting. And at first, with my little guy, I was, to be completely honest, it was one of those where I was like, oh, this is easy. He latched really well right away. He was a great eater right away. I was producing well. I wasn't overproducing. I wasn't, going crazy or any of that sort, but I was producing enough for him to be continuously eating and have a little bit stored up throughout my mat leave for when I went to work. However, right when we went and I started working, we then our whole family got the stomach bug. And due to that, my production completely plummeted just because we were all so sick. My body was definitely going to take the calories and take the energy and get me healthy versus produce milk. And after that, my milk supply, it was still there, but it was very much at the amount that he needed during that day, and that was it. There was zero overproduction. I could not keep up with what he was eating with my production. And it was so hard. And I want to hear if any of you mamas had this issue, whether it was because your milk had never come in the first place, or you had something like that experience where you got sick and then you weren't able to continue that production. Because as a mom, that's one of your capabilities, and as a woman, that's one of your capabilities, to be able to provide for your little one. And when your body isn't allowing to do that for whatever the reason is, it's really hard to be able to accept that. And number one, I just want to let you all know, like, that it's a very normal thing that women can't all do that. And it doesn't mean anything else besides your body's just being your body. It doesn't mean that you're failing in any way at all. And, so many people, they are going, oh, you don't want to feed them formula because of XYZ or ABC or any of that. Bottom line is, you want to feed your child. So if you choose formula, perfect, your child's getting fed. If your body's able to keep up and keep the milk production and you choose exclusively breastfed, perfect, your child's getting fed. It doesn't entirely matter how they're getting fed. The most important thing is that the child is fed and loved and safe. And if you can always continue to go back to that and remind yourself that you're loving on your child, you are keeping your child safe, and you are feeding your child however you are able to, you are doing an amazing and incredible job being that child's parent and mother. And I just know from my personal experience, I struggled so hard accepting that and almost embracing, like, you know what? This is my body. This is how it's going to be. And I'm not going to be a strong producer. That's okay. I have other strengths that I can help my little man with. And it's okay that I might not be a strong producer. It's not the end of the world. He is still an incredibly, incredibly happy baby. And it doesn't matter. He doesn't care where the food comes from. He just wants to be fed. And as long as, again, we can provide that, that is what matters. So, to all of those moms out there who do struggle with nursing and who do struggle with breastfeeding, whether it's the babe can't or won't latch on from day one, or milk never comes in, or just not a strong producer, all of these things, they are all normal. You are not a failure because of it. There are so many women who go through that on a daily basis, and to be okay with it and allow the frustration. Don't bottle it up. Allow the frustration. Allow it to have yourself be vulnerable with it, because all that does is it then is going to continue to help other women throughout and within your circle become more open. And it just is going to allow society to not have that like focus necessarily on if you're feeding your child one way or another. And again, know that it's okay and it's normal to struggle with the breastfeeding and the nursing. And that doesn't even include all of the pumping that has to come with it on top of everything else, because that's a whole nother struggle in and of itself. You can catch me talking about the pumping struggles and experiences in my pumping video in the next upcoming weeks as well. But yeah, just know, I just want to let you all know it's normal to struggle, but accept it. And I think a lot of women have a hard time with that. So I'm here for you. I know all of us in mom mode are here for you as well. And you're not alone if you are going through any of those struggling points with the nursing side, because it is a very, very difficult process. But you can do it. And whatever you decide and whichever route you decide to take for your babe, your family, it is the right one. I promise you that. If you have any questions, of course, reach out. Katie's Coaching Corner. Corner is with a K at gmail.com. You can always comment here as well. I love hearing your stories. I love sharing stories, and I love learning about wins and struggles all at the same, because we've all been in those shoes one way or another. I hope you guys have a great, great rest of your Mama Monday and a great rest of your week. Take care.